It's time to make a statement, y'all. We about to show the world we belong yet again. You feel me? All right, let's ball. Let's do this. Come on.
He's the one they look to for all kinds of attitude, and he's setting the tone for him once again. On the road looking for a win against an Eastern Conference rival. The Chicago Bulls are ready for this thing to get started. This is 2K Sports bringing you the NBA. I'm Kevin Harlan calling the action with my broadcast partners Steve Kerr and Clark Kellogg. Our starting lineups will look at the matchups here and who we'll see for our starting five for both teams. Dwayne Wade, of course, with so much talent. What an arsenal he brings to the game.
Well, Kevin, he's extremely adept at creating his own shot. You know, we got a lot of catch-and-shoot guys in the NBA, but players who can beat you off the dribble and score are tough to come by.
And he's also one of those guys who just seems to be able to take it up a few notches when there's a game to be won late in the fourth quarter. In other words, he's at his best at winning time.
The top storyline, John Henson injured. He will not be suiting up.
Well, Kevin, no more uncertainty about the seriousness of his injury. We only got a preliminary diagnosis after he came out of their previous game, but now they sound sure about it. Hopefully we see him back on the court in less than a month.
And we should. I mean, knowing the history of players who've had similar injuries in the past, obviously every player is different, but you would expect him to be back within a few weeks.
Last game for the Bulls, they picked up the W against New York.
Tell you what, the way they shot the ball that game, Kevin, it looked like a shoot-around out there.
It sure did, and all the more impressive because they did it on the road. You're not supposed to be able to get that hot in an opponent's building.
Garcia can't get it to go.
And they're now 1 for 5 to start this game, so having trouble finding any offensive rhythm.
Mayo kicks tonight. Feeds to Ilyasova. Dishes it to Sanders. And the call will go against the Prodigy. That is his first foul of the game.
Tough break for the defense. He took the heat and drew the whistle.
Yep, but when you get there late, that's what happens.
First quarter, just over a minute played. The shot by Knight, no good.
Well, he's wide open there, but really struggles from that range. Maybe there's a reason he's open.
Garcia goes in, shoots from the corner, off the left rim and out.
You know, he's been off his game this quarter just a bit. Hasn't been able to get a whole lot to go so far.
First 1:30 gone here in the first quarter. Knight passes to Mayo. Sanders, a follow-up flush.
Showing us a little force on that putback, Kev.
Well, there was no way he was going to let that chance slip away.
No, sir.
You got to love his positioning. As the shot went up, he anticipated that play.
Now here's Gibson. Right now averaging 7 points a game. Garcia goes in. And again, no good by Chicago.
He's been wayward and just off on about everything he's put up in this period.
Mayo kicks tonight. He lobs it up and out of bounds as the Bulls gain possession. Now we get a chance to check out the standings out east already. We are in December. A look at Chicago. They like where they stand right now, perched in that topmost position. And of course, Milwaukee, 6 games out.
When I look at Milwaukee, they've been holding their own to start the season. This is a team that is worthy of keeping an eye on. Solid start, and they could maintain this momentum for a while.
Well, we know they're a playoff contender. You know, that's something that is easily predictable. The question is, what steps can they take to improve a little bit more to get to the point where they can become a true championship contender?
Garcia. And it goes. That's good. And while we're thinking about him, did you just catch his comments at the press conference after their last game?
He's clearly a big picture guy. I mean, it isn't really what he's done, but what the team has done. It's all about wins with this kid, and you have to respect that.
He's a competitor, no doubt about that. And he doesn't go out and try to make friends or make highlights. He just comes in with one agenda, and that's just to win the basketball game every night.
And the shot counts. He's fouled, and it's a chance for a three-point play.
Yeah, they're going to need some help there defensively. That matchup is going to be a tough one to deal with.
And the Bulls making a change here. Verjau's checked in. Guys, they're looking for a way to score here.
Yeah, they've had a tough time getting the lid off the basket so far.
Knight dishes to Dudley. Back to Knight. He passes it to Dudley. Dudley gets a screen from Sanders. Dudley the pass to Knight. Misses off the right iron.
And you know why he was open there. They didn't commit too much defense to him, and you can see why. He has trouble making that shot.
And Varejao kicks to Garcia. Nelson gets the three-pointer to fall.
Nice job again that time to add to their lead. I'll tell you what, they're doing everything right at this moment.
They're playing steadily in all aspects of the game, Steve. You're exactly right.
Now here's Mayo. He picked up 18 points in their last win against Dallas.
And his work on the glass, certainly noteworthy. And he contributed in a number of ways.
Garcia's shot is good.
This switch has definitely been flipped to on this quarter, guys.
So the Bucks, their last game, a win against Dallas. Nelson outside. Back to Garcia. Puts it up from 12. Blocked. And here's the fast break. Knight leading the way. So the Bulls 5 right now. Inside, Gibson and Noah. D-Wade out there at Jameer Nelson. And it's Garcia in at the 3 side. And let's now go to the sideline. We'll catch up here with Doris Burke. Doris?
Hi, Kevin. The prodigy in their last time out against the Knicks. Boy, was he tremendous. He had 37 points and collected 6 huge rebounds to go with that. Truly impressive numbers from him in a stellar performance. What a special night.
All right, Doris, thank you. He played at a level that very few players are capable of playing, Clark.
Yeah, I agree. I was just glad I got a chance to witness it. It's always such a special night when a player of his caliber gets so locked in and focused.
And you know, in an 82-game season with so much talent, every once in a while, everything's going to click. And that was definitely the case that night.
Here's Gibson, out of bounds. Milwaukee takes possession. And here's what the Chicago Bulls schedule is looking like. We'll be playing host to Toronto for the next one. That game marks the first half of a quick 2-game homestand. Harry Sanders is checked in for Milwaukee. Bucks leading by 5. Here is Knight. Boy, was he something else against Dallas. Pass to Mayo. Right side, Mayo. 6 on the shot clock. Excellent D from Wade.
It's kind of a shocker. The defense was there, but it wasn't right in his face. Kind of out of character for him to miss those. Well, the one thing that you have to have in basketball is big men who can protect the rim, and that's what Sanders does. He's willing to go up and block shots, really patrol the paint, and protect that rim area.
Yeah, you know, but there's nothing easy in the lane when Sanders is on the floor. Always have to be looking over your shoulder if you plan on putting up a shot with him around. Now, here is Garcia. He's coming off a 37-point game against New York.
Chipped in with a couple of blocks, too, so just giving you a hint of his potential impact at the defensive end.
Now, here is Knight. After the miss from Garcia. DeMayo. 3-pointer. That's good. The assist that time from Knight. Mayo's got himself going there. His first points of the game on the deep ball. Chicago making some changes. Varejao comes in for Joakim Noah. And it's Jimmy Butler coming in for Taj Gibson. Now, here is Garcia. 12 points for him. Knight with it. Right side, Mayo. Back to Knight. He feeds it to Sanders. The Bucks working the ball around. Ilyasova inside the line. The good-looking shot from the wing. And it's a 12-point Milwaukee lead.
They're doing much better now. I mean, in the first quarter, they converted less than 30% of their field goals. But they've bounced back nicely here. I'll tell you what, the defenders didn't even get a sniff of him on that move to the hoop.
The Bucks making a change here. Arthur's checked in. Knight against Nelson. Knight dishes to Mayo. Sanders with a screen on Wade. And here's Ilyasova outside. And again, Milwaukee with the triple.
Boy, they've gone on this run, and ball movement has been a big key.
Yeah, they have the defense on the run right now because every pass seems to have a purpose. They're getting great movement, great spacing, and they're really lining them up defensively.
Now here's Wade. He's been patient so far, nothing yet on the scoreboard.
What a job he's doing here. I mean, his second quarter has been even better than his first, and that was pretty good.
Knight against Nelson. Mayo with a screen for Knight. Poked away. Outside Mayo. Kicks to Arthur. To Mayo. All sorts of time. They get it back. Passes it to Knight. Here's Garcia. The finger roll finish at the bucket. Garcia's got 9 points in the quarter.
Broke out the finger roll, guys. That was kind of a stylish finish.
Mayo kicks to Knight. And it's another Milwaukee shot right there going in. And that does it for the first half of play. Bucks lead by.
Now, presented by Sprint.
Good to have you here. This is
The Sprint Halftime Report, presented by Sprint.
The second half just about to get going here.
Terrific game for the prodigy. He's got 19 points, and he's come away with 2 steals as well. He's blown up some plays out there.
It shows you what an intelligent defender he can be on the ball. He really understands the game.
All fueled up and ready to go. Let's reset the lineups courtesy of Gatorade for the second half of basketball. And Milwaukee looking at who they've got. Ilyasova and Sanders in the middle. Brandon Knight is out there with Mayo. And it's Dudley in at the small forward.
Well, we've seen that more than a few times. An easy bucket in the lane.
Yeah, the interior defense simply has been lifeless.
Bucks leading by 8. It's stolen by Wade. And here we go. Fast break. Wade's got it. Outside, Garcia. That falls. Nice feed that time from Dwayne Wade. And now 24 points for the prodigy. Outside Mayo. Up top Knight. Knight gets a screen from Ilyasova. Mayo kicks to Ilyasova. Knight. And he can't answer back. The three-pointer offline. Nelson outside. The feed to Garcia. Right around a minute and a half played here in the third quarter. Nelson kicks to Garcia. Nelson down to 5 on the shot clock. And that one goes in as he is fouled. It'll be 3 points if he converts at the line.
He's such a well-rounded offensive player. He's got a little bit of everything.
The Bulls have made 3 of 5 free throw attempts.
Yeah, this is a very good free throw shooting team, guys. When you look at the numbers, impressive.
That's been one of the strongest aspects of this team this season. I mean, there have been very few off nights for them at the free throw line. Even though he isn't having the best of games from the floor, it hasn't seemed to hurt him.
Lays out. And so it looks like the Bulls will retain possession here. And let's see now which shooting guards have been on target the most over the last 10 games. The fourth spot held by Dwayne Wade.
Well, in tight or outside, these are all very reliable, very consistent shooters. You know, it's a safe option to put the ball in their hands and let them create something for themselves.
I'd say it's beyond a safe option. It's a great option. The ISO play was made for these guys. All they need is just a little room to operate, and you can count it up. Buckets.
Buckets. I like that.
Milwaukee in the lead. They beat the Bulls during their last encounter in Chicago.
Yeah, and it seemed like the difference in that game, guys, was the defensive effort. They forced a lot of turnovers, and that allowed them to get out and get some easy looks in transition.
Dudley's shot is good.
I like the offensive awareness to exploit that lack of coverage on that play.
And now look at Brandon Knight here. This past month or so, he's really given the fans a lot to watch. 12th in assists. And his three-point field goal accuracy has been really impressive. He's ranked in the top 15.
And How about this terrific passing display he's put on, Steve? I mean, as this place on the assist chart shows, if you get to the right spot, he'll find you. That's what he takes pride in.
Well, let's go back to what Steve just said. Such a strong defensive performance they turned in last time.
Well, you know what was remarkable about it, Kevin, was how many turnovers there were. I mean, it wasn't all about defense. There was some sloppy ball handling taking place on the other side, too. Well, that's a lot of bricks by them early in the second. Only one make on 5 tries so far in the second half.
And the call will go against the Prodigy. Milwaukee's gone 1 of 4 in three-point shots here in the third. Knight on the wing. Solid play in the low block, and that one's good. Knight's got 6.
Guys, that time he went for the fancy finish for us there, man. That was sweet.
Back to Garcia. And some nice ball movement here by Chicago for the lead. And again, it's the Bulls from deep.
You know, defensively, you cannot forget about him. It gave him a wide open look there.
There's 1:17 left in the third quarter. A nice shot by Knight. Knight's got 4 points now in the quarter.
Brought back the finger roll. That's a nice finesse move to pull off with the defense all over.
Back to Butler. He dishes it to Garcia. And again, it's the Bulls from deep.
He has really punished these defenders today. No matter who's been on him, he's been giving them medicine.
There's a good screen. Walters passes to Pachulia. He kicks it to Knight. Fires for 3. That's good. Knight's got 11 points.
Well, since we hit half number 2, he's finally come around. The first half was not his best, obviously.
And Garcia kicks to Buck for 3. Dunleavy. The rebound by the Bucks. 13 points was their biggest lead in the game. Hit his leg. And the refs whistling a kick ball. Bulls making a switch here. .26 seconds left in the third quarter. Mayo kicks to Knight. Here's the 3, and that one's good. 14 points for him.
Boy, has he picked it up in the second half. He's on fire.
It's stolen by Arthur. Outside Mayo. First trip to the line for him here.
And he's been a consistent shooter at the line for them this season, shooting about 78%.
You know, his free throw percentage has dropped this year, but not really enough to raise any red flags or become alarmed about it.
Now, here is Nelson. Shot to stop the run, and released it in time, but it's off the mark. And that does it for the third quarter. Both teams clicking offensive. Thanks for joining us again as we get set for the fourth quarter. A terrific game so far. And let's get your take, guys, on the scoring breakdown for Milwaukee.
So far, they've turned in a fantastic performance from the three-point line. It's been a weapon all game.
The other thing that's been huge for them is their points in the paint. They're getting the ball inside and converting on a regular basis.
So for Chicago right now, inside, Gibson and Noah. D-Wade out there with Jameer Nelson. And it's Garcia in at the 3, the small forward. That's a blocking foul, and he'll shoot free throws.
We saw some good action from Knight. He's got 14 points. He's picked up 6 points from behind the arc.
Now his outside stroke has looked really good today.
He misses the free throw. And the second free throw, good.
Well, I'm sure he'd like to have that one back, but making it a 2-possession game was the key, and he got that done.
Left side, Garcia. From 12 feet out. That falls. Nice feed that time from Dwayne Wade. Wade's got 5 assists tonight. And here is Knight. On its way from Dudley for 2. Here's Sanders. And he was fouled on the way up. 2 free throws now for him. Chance now to check out the schedule for Milwaukee. They can look forward to the Rockets Arena after this matchup to take on Houston. That'll be just 1 game played away from home for them.
I know I'll be looking out for the final score in that Rockets game. Should be close, I think.
So after making the first, he goes 1 for 2. Bulls trail by 4. Wade dishes to Garcia. Back to Wade. He's guarded by Dudley. The turnaround, and it's Chicago scoring again.
You know, you can give a defender a lot of trouble if you're consistent with that turnaround jumper. It's almost impossible to block.
Right with it, and it's Nelson picking him up. Wade brings the double team. Sanders passes to Knight. The dish to Ilyasova. Back to Knight. Shot clock at 6. And the call will go against the Prodigy. That will get him his 4th foul of the game.
That's his 4th foul. I'm sure he recognizes the situation because number 5 will put him in a rough, tough spot.
Let's find out what Doris Burke has for us.
Guys, well, Larry Drew had some advice for his team over that last break. He told his guys, time's running low. If we're going to make our move, it's going to be now. Are you guys ready? And as they nodded, he said, let's go get it. Kevin?
Always great to hear from you, Doris. Bulls trail by 4. Wade kicks to Nelson. Garcia. The basket good off the assist from Nelson. And that's now 37 points for the Prodigy.
This guy's really flowing with his stroke right now. He hit one earlier, and now he has 3 in this half.
Knight kicks to Mayo. Back to Knight. Pass to Dudley. The Bucks working the ball around. Here's Sanders. And again, it's Milwaukee converted. Bulls have gone a perfect 4 of 4 to start the final quarter. Can't ask for anything more than that. Wade dishes to Noah. Out of bounds. Milwaukee takes possession.
That's a major mental mistake. I mean, there's no other way for me to describe it. He didn't know where he was on the court. That's a basic fundamental. You have to be alert to where you are.
Now, here is Knight. It's O.J. Mayo on the wing. The pass to Dudley. Wide open look. Bullseye. Now it's a 5-point Bucks lead.
Definitely doing his part because he's made his share of clutch buckets here in the 4th.
And Garcia kicks to Wade. Garcia. He gets the shot to fall, and the defender wasn't set. He's called for the block and a 3-point play chance here. Fourth quarter keeps moving right along. 3 minutes gone so far. Ilyasova sets a screen for Knight. Feeds it to Ilyasova. Ilyasova, a screen on Wade. Mayo kicks to Knight. Dishes to Sanders. Pass to Dudley. 5 on the clock. Back to Garcia. Nelson outside. He passes to Garcia. He feeds it to Wade. Back to Garcia to tie it up. And they're going to count the bucket and send him to the line. It could be a 3-point play.
Well, that shot keeps them at 100% from the field this quarter.
On the free throw, no good. Bucks have gone 3 of 4 in field goal attempts since getting things started here in the 4th. Now Knight kicks it to Mayo. Lets it go. It's hauled in by Noah. Noah's got his 5th rebound right now in the game. Garcia passes to Gibson to take the lead. And so he earns a trip to the line. Officials saw the contact and he'll shoot 2.
Yeah, the referees all over that one.
No doubt about it. Clearly a foul. Nothing to argue about there.
Second one is good. And both at the line. It's a 2-point ball game.
He's got such a smooth stroke, and it never changes, even in this kind of high-pressure situation.
Knight dishes to Mayo. Mayo off the bit from Ilyasova to stop the run. And there's the call by the official. They'll count the basket here following the goaltending call.
Ooh, he's playing hard, but you got to play smart, too. Get there too late, and that's a big whistle.
Wade outside. Pass to Garcia. That falls. Nice feed that time from Dwayne Wade. Wade's got assist number 8 now on the night. Now, here is Knight. Mayo drives in. There's the feed to Ilyasova. He dishes it to Dudley. He kicks it to Knight from the arc, and that one's good. And the Bucks lead by 1. It's been a tight one so far. Very close game.
Well, 7 lead changes, Kevin and Steve, in this one, and we could very well be seeing more.
Yeah, I believe it, because these two teams so well matched up. You look at the talent, and I think we're in for a very, very competitive night.
On its way from Dudley for 2. Nice open look, but it's no good.
Most of the time, that shot will go down. Well, the defenders have to make sure they tag it.
Olsen outside. The 19-foot shot will not go. This is off the front iron. Bucks have gone 5 of 8 shooting as we've come down the home stretch in this final quarter. Knight against Nelson.
You can see how much the defense respects him. I mean, they were all over him on that look.
Shot and game clock separated by 5. Here's Garcia. It falls.
Huge points. That's beyond huge, Steve. I mean, they needed that bucket. Desperate.
$19 seconds left in the fourth quarter. Nelson against Knight. Now the dish to Mayo. Inside. Dudley. And Sanders kicks to Knight. And here's Mayo for 3. Bullseye! Here's Garcia. No good from 3-point territory. And so it's the Bucks who come out on top here. Well, they don't get much more exciting than that, Clark.